found out. It is the end of the grand final.
All right, here we go.
Homeground 20,
Last map, C9 on defense, Fnatic on attack.
It's time to find out. Tom, Mitch, let's do this.
Insta flash goes down, that hits. Also, Fnatic recon here doesn't get shot, so they know that all long's clear. And they fast push down towards C, walk push. I tell you what, this was kind of cool. If Oxy went down here, they had a bait over towards here as well from Jake. But he managed to just win out double aim jaws. So the plan here was pretty cool. And it had a backup plan in terms of the bait here.
The fact is, we questioned if Oxy could keep it going all the way through this series. Those questions have been answered map to map to
Darker has to kill a lot. We get to see a bait from...
But Fnatic have an afterplan. Darker been here many a time, lifted many a trophy. Doesn't want to let this pistol round go. They've been important in this series somehow. Oxy
okay, nicely done. Good reaction from them.
To clear this one up.
I liked it from Fnatic. They felt they wanted to take it into their hand. They needed to get a pick somewhere. It's actually a nice play from them. Dude, what a start from Oxy. Well, another pistol, another good start.
Or maybe they'll just keep those extra credits in the piggy bank. Maybe try to use them for some sheriffs here and there and bolster down their eco. But for C9, a pistol round
right, even it's honestly a little bit better than it was yesterday.
With by any means. They've been picking them up again and again, but this is the first we see Oxy just deliver this stellar performance, ripping off heads. We'd seen it earlier on in the tournament, and you can see he's recapturing some of that momentum that we've had from him earlier on. So much to say about such a young gun, but he's got so much more to show us.
Okay.
Might not even need to say it.
Because they got the...
From Fnatic.
They got the spike down.
Weaponry,
we have 3 stinger buys, and they can buy next still. Oh, they got melted. I hope that C9 don't overheat here a little bit, right? Oh, they're definitely overheating with it. Okay, nicely done. What is this? 1 armor rebuy? Not too bad at all.
I saw the assist come in. For Astra as well, so Jake obviously popping some utility, keeping them in position for that breach utility to come in to full effect. Really nice stuff from C9, and we're already in round 2 up against an eco, seeing util combos. It was indeed a grab wall, right? Yeah, there it is.
Well, as we've sort of said, like, you have to bear in mind it's a stand-in. Oxy's new, Vanity's come back. Like, there's only a couple of members from the last roster
on their
still
bonus
remaining.
rounds, which is a decent bonus by the way, got 4 rifles. They walk, push down middle. We stun the turret. They honestly might think that the turret was... Okay, I think this guy saw the turret shoot over towards here.
Unfortunately, not the start they were looking
There's a world
for.
where they had running as well.
One of the 2 rifles that they have. Vanity's actually bought all the way down as well, so there might actually be some damage to their economy if at least 1 gun isn't kept over. Fnatic, of course, losing another pistol and follow-up. It's definitely not been one of their stronger suits so far in this series, or the tournament for that matter. Either way, aggressive push from Curry. Bear in mind, that's the other rifle. He's the one looking to try and get something done with this Vandal.
This is kind of nice. They gamble over towards A. Whose smoke is
away
this?
From that C site, or at least you'd think.
Is this a defense
They're
smoke?
still showing some presence towards that garage, which holds Vanity in place.
I like the idea here. The nano's quite deep. It's planned for the very same dash that we just saw come through. Sturka took some space. He was met by a nano, but he dodged it perfectly. Sneaky play by Chronicle. He's already through on A. Flash comes in. That allows him to almost dodge it, get out of the way, but Zeppa hunts him down.
Any extra damage here is huge, really.
Opponent, as Curry, he didn't see the barrel, just
so
missing
close.
it by a pixel.
Well, I think someone did see it. The ping came directly on this.
Everything covered. Every angle met with a headshot. Fnatic on the board, and a little bit of damage done from the side of C9 at least.
That's the reason. I was looking at it. I was like, there must be a reason why Vanity bought.
He had reload. Oh, okay.
He's actually managed to get enough kills / orbs to get himself the Bladestorm. So
what did they get? 2 kills. So we have big swing around that now, no matter what. I'm pretty sure. We'll check out the money, but I think that's right.
Was enough to sort that one out for him. Dirk
Was
is
it
not
5
far
and
away
2?
from it either,
Here's
and
the
we are
2.
looking like we might just get
Okay,
another
4 and 2.
anime
So
battle
4 people
here
can't buy here next.
in
2 people
Japan.
can't buy here
Not
next.
a
So
bad
big
place
round.
to do it, I guess.
Flash goes
See,
in.
we just had a crowd shot there with one of the Fnatic logos.
Shot
It's
the
actually ran
recon.
out of battery in the power bank. Understandable.
Wait,
when they've been
instant
here
react.
this
Been a
long.
while.
It's been a long day, and that starts to show, you know, these players, maybe they lose
Uh-oh.
some of their battery as well. Some energy goes down. They're trying to pursue the
that's
player on the
crazy.
back of the
Oh
side,
my
with
God.
no idea that Curry is here as well. He's able to pick up one as Jake steps up to the plate for a little bit of extra support, but he can't hold the side all by himself. He's isolated and overwhelmed eventually, leaving Chronicle in 25
Oh, the
HP,
timing
and
on that's
could
wild.
not be better. You saw Vanity in the X-ray staring at that angle.
Man, Jake
The
did a
second
madness,
he
by the way. I
turned
swear
his
he crossed
attention to
back
the
with
site,
when he was
Chronicle
so
turned on him, taking a
tagged.
quick kill and leaving Zeppa to do it all. And even the recon to lock in his position, confirming exactly where he is. And a
yeah, the
sneaky
baits are always
swing
so
from Poster
strong. Okay,
will
really nice
close
from
the
Fnatic
round
on this
for
one.
Fnatic.
Good reaction.
Do you know
So
what's
it's basically
even
just a
crazier
set
about that?
protocol in
What's
terms
that?
of like what they
Zeppa
do
was
once their
behind
recon gets
Chronicle,
shot.
like by a
Just
second,
insta
so he
group
didn't
over
see him.
towards
So
the C
him
split.
going round the corner through the door, stopped him being killed from behind, and then the timing of the other player looking away. So that was like a 0.5 difference to dying from behind or dying from in front. Instead, Chronicle gets a kill.
Stars
And
aligned.
it's
You
just
can
absurd.
see it there, yeah. Actually saw it in the mini map that he was
Like
just about to
literally
crest
pixel,
the
pixel
angle.
perfect. So if Chronicle
damn.
just hesitates for a moment, he's dead.
Shot in the back, 2v2,
absurd.
winnable.
Absurd. Yeah, exactly.
Breach utility on the way back through as well, by the way. Yeah, that would have been massive. It's these small things
Okay,
that can decide.
got
it
hero
often.
gun on Jake,
Help.
4 sheriffs with it, and then we have full
by an inch after
full
what
buy
happened to them earlier on.
Chronicle.
Maybe Karma's
away.
starting to
Okay.
level out on them.
Dude,
For Fnatic, the attack
if they
side
wanted to
is
plan
very
ahead
much
for the
trained
next
to
round,
get
they
on
could have a
aim.
lot
We're
of
starting to see
ults.
a lot of movement from C9 towards this A side of the map. It looks like they are expecting the push to come down here. A good read based on virtually nothing. A gamble, perhaps, and looks like they're coming up with a good result.
We're gonna
At this
full pass and
point,
gamble stack this. This could be
might
strong.
understand why.
Yeah.
It's pistols on the board for C9. They've got to take a risk. Normally, especially on a map like Haven, the 3 sites.
Oh boy,
Not many of you have noticed.
this needs to be a smoke. They
make
can
that
play around the
gamble a
smoke
lot
now.
harder, but they are in the right place at the right time. Although the spike starts to
So many
fall
flashes
back
going
a
off.
little bit. With the kills coming through, it's relatively even, but that weaponry now starting to
This goes
show
soon,
its
right?
muscle. And Oxy, try as he might, is unable to do much more. Jake has himself the Guardian,
Leo-
but he won't get
Leo's
anything
crazy
either, and
confident.
after the start from
Playing in
C9,
this corner.
a swift 3-punch combo from Fnatic is going to put them into the lead.
That's a much different face from Fnatic than what we've seen in some of the other maps with very slow starts, where they start to find their second win, but sometimes just that little bit too late. C9 are
Full
being
Sun Astra
denied
v
the
Omen,
opportunity
single
to
controller.
build on
It's
the
kind of
back of
fine,
that
honestly.
pistol
They're both
round
good
all
at
too
stuff.
much.
Like
I think
Astra's
the
good at maybe
series
just
as well,
shutting
the
down
third
this over
round
towards here and
wins
having more pressure
have
for A
been
main control.
incredibly high.
Because you can always have double
into it
star.
with the-
And
with
then
the round win at
on
their back,
defense, it's
so
kind of a little bit better at holding over towards C
slowing
in
down
terms of the
C9,
Omen, because you have the
disrupting them
Omen
like
flash
that,
in terms of
stealing
hard
the lead out
shut
from under
down.
their
So
nose. It's all good, but now
there's,
here comes the off to
obviously there's more
change
than
the
that,
game. Oxy doesn't land the shot. Now he's being hunted down. Every piece of utility going his way. Dirk has dropped the blade storm.
dude,
out of
Oxy's
play.
like
Look
1
how low
HP
Oxy
from
is.
the
He
molly.
got hit by literally everything, but now he's
Yeah.
going to be healed right back up.
Now they've got to
The
retake
second
first round when they
win
get the op out. I like the
indeed
idea
found
from
here
Fnatic.
for
They know they're going to
the
get the op out. They
operator,
just go
but Curry
for the straight up
went
C hat.
diving into the site to
Oh,
try and
it's
take the
so
fight. That's
unlucky that that hit him.
unfortunate for Oxy.
It's a nice
Zeppa
shot.
even stunned up is good. He's 2 HP. The shock dart, the turret, everything coming for him.
Yeah, this is a
And does he
classic. It's
even
just it's
go
such an
for it
easy,
at this point?
such an easy
1
and good call
versus
to
2.
use once they have an op
They've
out.
got full HPs,
just to
they've
just
got
go
close
fast
time,
against
he's got a
the,
shock dart that can finish him off. He needs to hit heads.
fast against the op.
Whoa, immediately. They'll just
Because
swing
it's one
this
of those
together.
things, if your
That's all
default
they
isn't
need
good,
to
you just
do.
have more
The
chance of
steps
giving them
are
a
heard,
first
they
pick.
know he's close. The wide swing from Leo, and the trade was going to be miles
Yeah,
away
maybe we
'cause
had to go
Alpha
pick
was
up the op.
willing
I
to
think
just
it's a
run
big
down
win
the
condition
clock.
for them. I like the calling from Fnatic on this one. Thought it was cool.
Fnatic
Maybe a timeout.
peaking
We'll see.
at the pinnacle moment.
I think they have the eco as well.
Only 2 teams have managed to beat them this year. This year.
That's insane.
One of
Save
them
op bro there.
is
Yeah,
Team
I agree.
Liquid
2 HP.
in a match which many deemed to be worthless. It had a trophy
It most
behind
certainly
it.
was worthless.
The other, loud. Other than that, nobody else managed it. That include here in Tokyo.
Oh, man.
2 wins versus, I think, the team that people widely say,
Well, at least the time of the
commonly say
timing
is
of the
best team in North America for sure, and the best team in Americas.
the timing of the timeout is good.
That's come out here in Japan is unrivaled. Honestly, it's unrivaled anywhere in the world. So many locals supporting C9 and Fnatic, and supporting everyone all the way through the entirety of the tournament. It's no wonder that the players are loving it here. Vanity has said himself that playing on this stage has been one of the best experiences of his life. I don't think we need to ask Boaster what his opinions are in Japan. I think I think those have been made very, very clear. But it all is down to this. A trophy goes home with one of these teams. Chronicle can.
Is there a reason to not save the op?
his
Nah, and it's
collection.
just kind of he's believing he can win the round kind of thing.
In Valorant history. And for C9, for many, if not all, would be the first in the locker. And with a victory over Fnatic of that. As said, only 2 teams, 3 matches have Fnatic lost in
The
20.
hero gun is... Dude, look at the econ. Oh my god, we have a 6-8.
During that pause, Imi definitely seemed to be.
Next round is gonna be huge though.
Well, but
We're gonna have 4 ults. This is probably an ult. Probably gonna have 6 ults.
Right off rip. Now it's a low buy round for C9, putting it in context with pistols, and that was the Guardian there, but it's going to be recovered by Vanity, so still in the round. The reality is, you're starting to
The
see
Chiobu, what's up, dude?
C9
With the
wear
5
down
months.
mentally.
Thank you so much with the prime
Battling
link.
against that, of course, something they're more than
Thank you,
capable
thank you.
of, but that pause
Flash goes
the
in
reset
over
mentality.
towards A main, doesn't
Pistols
hit
here,
anyone.
not around where
Fnatic
expected to
call
win. When
that they
wanna
want
do
to take
damage
A
for a bit of
control
housekeeping, you know,
after
Fnatic's
they've done
economy
that.
has gone crazy.
Most
They
likely
wanna make
because
this
someone's
one
holding over
close,
towards
if
here
anything.
with one
Well, they're
person
gonna be
once they
sitting
get
on
that
max credits
information
for some
that no one's
players.
there.
But this is
Or
the scary
worst
thing,
case, well,
because the
or
common,
no one's holding it and
almost
they can just
meme
walk
that
into
we've been
A.
making throughout this
Dog
entire
goes
series,
in. Okay, this is
C9
kind of nice. Dog
start
goes
strong,
in. They
Fnatic
get
come
information.
back.
B hit
C9
goes, so we
start
can just
strong,
double
Fnatic
rotate.
come back.
Not too
Fnatic
bad. I
starting
think
strong
they were
is
going
a
carry
scary,
train.
scary prospect for map number 5.
Oh, we're really faking this B.
Because we're
We
yet
block
to
sound
see
over
if
towards here.
C9 have
We go back
that
into B.
comeback gene. What nice shot from Jake at least to put down Durka.
Some
who,
nice shots
it
from
just
Durka as
seems
well.
to be on a tear at this point.
Yeah, it's
5
looking
and 2,
convincing.
as you mentioned, the credits now off the charts. The ults.
Quarked as well. Thank
Quite there.
you
In fact, no,
for the
they're
prime,
all on
mate.
that
Appreciate that.
defensive
Thank you for the
side.
8
If
months.
there was a round for C9 to win,
Thank you
this
very
is
much.
it.
Yeah, and if there's a round, if this is a round that C9 don't win, we might even see another pause coming up fairly soon, because Fnatic will be, again, just in a ridiculously strong position where C9 would need almost every single round. Now this is a pause, but it's not a pause where Imi gets to go over the strategies. You'll see lips are not moving, words are not coming out. This is a technical pause. Obviously why we saw one of the headsets off. You know, it's somewhere that I think if you're Cloud9 coming into this, maybe you'll even look at this tech as an opportunity to sit back and just control the breathing. Is ahead of a very, very important round for Ultimates. But also, maybe it's an opportunity to sit and stew in just how important it is.
Yeah.
For players like Oxy, I think Vanity might have a few words just before the barriers go up when the tech is subsided.
Kill them all.
I'd hope it's a little more in-depth than that, but you know, looking at Valorant history, it might be something along those lines. Sometimes that's all you need. Say it in the right tone.
1, 2, 3,
Well,
4.
it's done. It's subsided, and we're
If they
on
can't
our
win
way.
this round, then who
5 to
knows?
2.
We have the op.
Fnatic
Last time the
with
op
a
was
lead
out, Fnatic
that
decided
seems
to go
to be
real
ever
fast over
extending.
towards C.
C9, credits invested, 4 ultimates here and now. This is where they need to make their stat.
Flash goes in over towards A, and they, again, so stun,
Looking to roam around
recon.
middle.
Recon doesn't get
As
shot.
with the previous map, Fnatic are very
They've
happy
created
to
question marks
play
over
the
towards A.
extremities and then switch it up at the
surely
last
not
second and back into
Vanity.
B.
I mean, he's
Seems
going to
like
get a
that's
turret
something
for
that
free.
C9
Feels a little bit
don't
risky,
want
but
to allow to happen this time
respect.
out, but it is so passive from Fnatic. I think after, even though it wasn't necessarily this pause, just after that, they've realized, okay, we've managed 5 rounds in a row. C9 have to change something. They have to try and be a little bit more aggressive, have to try and challenge for map control. So let's just be that little bit more patient as well with so much in terms of ultimates. You'd expect it.
Huge. They now know where the op is. They can group over towards someone.
Guard, but no.
Big jaw coming up in garage as well. Double jaws. Okay, Dirk wins this one, and Alpha has to go back.
Big kill by Durka. They look set to take
Pancom as well. Thank you so much for the 7 months, dude. Appreciate the tier 1.
But that could be a mistake. There's still players left behind, like
Alpha. He hears this rotate.
Alarm bot on the other side. Gotta watch out for it.
That's an early Killjoy ult. The insta rotate comes in. They're going over towards B. Vanity has damage and he has ult to delay the plant. Oh god, they go garage.
If he hits the spike with the Rolling Thunder, this could all be over. No, they're going to try and go back to B again.
Yeah.
And he's got that Rolling Thunder still in play. Might be able to stop this. Boaster has to stick it. He basically has to die, and he will.
It's done.
It's been denied just by utility
nice
alone.
And easy.
The genius of Vanity strikes again. The perfect place utility throughout this round. And again, C9 come in with a lockdown.
Eamon, what's up? 22 months, respect.
Absolutely. You know, but even before
what are you
lockdown,
doing?
there was the intention
Dude,
to
the
start
support and
moving
respect.
backwards. It seems like they get a little stuck in the mud about where to go. Players drifting towards the garage, perhaps clearing out that there's not
Thank
a
you so
player
much,
there,
mate.
that they're not going to be in a situation that there's a quick flank denying that spike. But the fact that Rolling Thunder is still online and yet
Jesus,
so late in the round, that just seems like a massive oversight, Tom. And even with that,
20 gift as well. Chat, let's get some slug approves in for that. Thank you so much.
Going back to see now, you're getting Rolling
Thank you,
Thunder,
chat. I want to see a lot of slug approves in for this gifted. Thank you.
It's an aggressive push up, though.
Dude, this keeps happening where the tournament organizers are sending over the gifted. Thank you. Appreciate the support.
That breach util has honestly been the bane of Fnatic's life over the last couple of rounds, but this time they've stabilized. The early aggression of C9 is not going to do
The Oiler, thank you so much. Honestly, appreciate it. Good amount of slug approved, everyone. Thank you. Geo as well with the 2 months. Thank you so much for that. Dude, 20? Holy.
I'm also looking at that lockdown. How will they be able to deny it? Well, that might
We got any damage for this?
Oh, it might.
It's not a good sign. Keep an eye on that Astra. What are we going to be doing here?
There's no denying it. That plant is coming through. For C9, it's the idea to try and fight back. Afterwards, you've had a Cosmic Divide used, but a bit of an interruption as Vanity goes down. And now you lose your breach utility, use your burst to get back in towards the site. Still, that Cosmic will be up if they can manage to isolate the site.
Dude, what a round from Chronicle. What a round from Chronicle, holy.
4 kills, all that they needed.
Yeah, man,
in this
it's
round
actually looking a little bit too dominant in the moment.
Unbelievable performance over on Lotus, and now coming into Haven, it doesn't look like he's lost any of that power. The momentum in their court. The snowball has begun to roll, and Fnatic turning it into an avalanche. C9 need a response. They need it soon. And just looking at where this leaves them as we came out of that round, there will be
Chat, if you got a gifted as well, make sure you say thank you.
They are lucky that Oxy
We're polite out here.
Storm, though. That's going to allow them to have
Do I want some food?
Decent buy, a decent opportunity to fight back.
It's fine. This is done in like 30 minutes.
As a safety net.
I'll be alright.
See what Oxy can do. This guy's been unbelievable so far. If he can have a round here, that might push them back into things.
Well, they've been stunned, they've been tagged.
Is this your way of saying that you want food?
Rolling Thunder is just used to push them back, but they have no plans
All
to go
to push them back. Kind of think they might have taken some space with it, but they're about to clear this. I like this double push from C9. They should be in a good position for this. A lot of this round is down to these two. Mostly Alpha, I think.
Go straight into B. Now, in terms of ultimates, they've got nothing to play with.
Flash goes spawn. Okay, so they have to just play over towards site a bit heavier.
He's definitely heard everything that Oxy is doing. And a bit of an unorthodox position. Well, it's an easy kill for Alpha.
Thank you so much for the prime as well. Thank you for the 12. Whole year, dude. Appreciate the support.
Tooth and nail within the site, and
dude, Alpha's just in spawn.
To kill this man off, and even if they do, the rest of Fnatic are holding strong. Zeppa's still just trying to fight for Alpha. He's throwing nanos in the spawn. It's just irritating to try and get this man out
They're
of
looking
position,
very
and
good.
that is the round
Very,
done
very
and
good.
dusted. C9, they couldn't even take back their opponent's spawn, let alone get
Sodox
anywhere
as
near
well
the
with the
site.
whole year. Thank you so much for the Prime, bro. Thank you for the 12 months. Dude, a lot of subs
Alpha to
coming
be
in.
the
Thank you
spawn.
very
We've
much.
seen it many times. He's going to be throwing nanos at B, typically firing them in to deny the defuse rather on the spike. But
Wait, what am I meant to
different
answer to that?
game when he starts trying to use them to just hit players in the head, keep them back out of the window, and finish off some of the kills. There was Zeppa left on what, 15 HP as he exited. All in all, the damage here is fantastic with Fnatic pushing 7-3.
You have to say yes, Jesus.
Huge. And there's still a few rounds left to be played with C9. We said they needed to make a comeback. That previous round was the opportunity for them. Again, we're going to have a couple of weapons here.
Flash goes
The Rolling
in.
Thunder was burned up by Fnatic, so no safety nets to fall
Wait, they're
back
trying to
on.
do the smoke
They
that
haven't
blocks
needed
double
them so
vision,
far.
but I don't think it's deep enough. But
The one round that C9 managed to take, other than the first two, was off
3-person
ultimates.
stack here.
That was what they had to play with. Nice from Oxy, but it is instantly traded.
This duel might be
Jake
it.
needs to find something on long.
Okay. The
Ooh, it's getting dicey. Boast is taking a bit of damage.
timing on the
Actually,
reloads.
oh!
Okay, respect. That's the
It's
Astra
so
down.
risky, but it works.
Okay,
He hears the
Killjoy
reload,
now
knows that he's
just
got an
needs to get
opportunity.
one.
Curry as well.
And we're
This
probably
time
going
they
to see
have
a
an
drone
advantage,
to...
so
Oh, we don't have a drone? Oh, because
one
I used it in the
and
exec to go
not
garage.
too bad, but he can't afford to just go down.
He did great.
But this time
Any more?
he catches him off guard, looking for a little bit more. Flash blinded.
I mean, he did his
will
job. He
fall,
did his job.
But the
Did
rest
his
of
role.
the team are hightailing it in towards that site. They should be here to respond.
The plant shouldn't be deniable. It looks like Chronicle's trying to just double check.
Oh,
There's no one
nice
a little
double
bit too
stun.
close. That stun has caught everyone. Flash returns the favor. Chronicle only good for one, but it's Leo on his third of the round. That's where it stops.
Oh, close,
Zeppa
man. Chronicle and Leo
answering
nearly win this
C9's
out.
Call. The SOS.
The flash is really good from
might
Chronicle.
cease here, 7-5. Not a bad scoreline if they can make it all the way. Problem is, their economy still isn't very healthy, and their ulti-con is not online. Fnatic's just started to. You see, even with that death, or even that last kill that Leo got, the Hunter's Fury came in, and Durka's got a Blade Storm. Now, Oxy didn't find the impact he wanted with the Blade Storm. I think it will be tough to deny Durka's opportunities here on the attack as well.
Yeah, attack side.
4? If they get 5? If they get 5, it's
those
actually pretty
opportunities.
decent.
To blitz
Oh,
your way
this is
through. He's
fast.
got a rifle for backup, and they may even just opt to push that
Leo
pressure
has all.
in onto Curry.
That's
He was
about
someone
it.
who was able to push up in the last round and really cause them issues. It may have only been a singular kill, but it was the time it bought on rotations. Wow! There's not many people
That's
who
a
do
nice
that
shot,
now, but yeah.
Hunter's Fury's almost got
Damn,
him.
Leo actually
Missed
didn't get
just
anything
about.
with an ult.
Okay, Durka,
Kind of
nice
cleared
shot.
to
They
Mangos
know
to get
they're
into the
still
site,
one
though.
towards short.
Oh, wait, look at this kid go. Boy.
What is that from Curry? 3 shots, headshots across the board, through walls, through smokes, nothing
And he
can
doesn't
stop him.
overheat.
And now
Nicely
he's gone
done. He
running
has
to
his
get a
ult
heal.
on this one as well.
You put him down to
And we
4
get a
HP
hill.
and he's right back up again.
got the
Also got the
lockdown.
lockdown online. Yeah, he can use this to deny that A control. 45 seconds left. As Fnatic will eventually look to push forward. They expect to fight. They're clearing their angles. They're checking. Is there a player on short? Backside, Heaven, where's the fight? It's nowhere. It's nowhere to be found because they know the second they hear that tap up, now it's time to pop
yeah.
the lockdown, and you're in a
Now
lot
what?
of trouble. They still have smokes to play with. Potentially, if we get stars.
We
back
have a
online
breach
to
damage
take
if he
out
goes
some
heaven and
pulls
wants
back.
to...
Unless it was a dump of utility earlier on.
Okay.
which I guess
I
they're
think they were
gonna
searching.
need.
So in the 2 on...
Find out the answer
They
to
were
that
just
question
waiting for
later
someone to
on.
come over towards the middle.
I
Makes
guess
sense.
the answer is there. They're
Just playing with
swinging the
numbers.
angles, they're
Now
taking
they
the
can just
fight.
stick it.
It's an easy defuse indeed.
Dude,
Chronicle
what
was
a round
detained by
from
the
Curry
lockdown,
this was.
left with
Straight
no
up
chance
solo
to
hero
deny the
play.
defuse. And 7-5 is where we finish the half. C9 with
They
a
get 5?
beautiful
Not bad.
recovery. Things
Yeah.
were looking
Not bad considering.
quite dire for this squad if Fnatic continued with that momentum, but the snowball broke to pieces.
Decided
So clean.
decided to take a
That
look
was so
at the last time we did see
That was
Curry
so nice.
officially on an organization. Cloud9 back in October of 2022. It's over a year since he's played on a professional team. I don't think you can tell. That was
No.
some of the cleanest shots I've seen all day while in a server alongside Oxy and against Fnatic. Ridiculous stuff. And that 5th round, hey, 7-5 half on Haven. Now going into the attack side for Cloud9. That is not a death sentence by any stretch of the imagination. They've been far better in the pistol rounds so far.
I think the crowd's enjoying the match, Tom. What do you think?
Yeah, I'd say so. I'm enjoying it too.
Whippy? Yeah, Whippy's really good. Especially on Sentinel. We haven't really seen Whippy on Sentinel for a while.
Levels for the Homeground guys next year. You got to try and beat the Tokyo Sumo Arena, and you got to try and beat this grand final. The stars are aligned here in Japan, and wow. For Fnatic, they had a strong half. Losing pistol, getting 7 rounds, 7 out of 8 in a row. Dirka's looking solid. Chronicle's still there.
But his 1.2 cents, yeah, it's
and now
some
we head
high
into the
cents.
half where I have high expectations of Althea. That seaside garage defense is something he is known for, renowned for. And what could be, well, it will be the final half of regulation in this grand final in this tournament is about to kick off. Fnatic manning that defensive side and the charge being taken in towards C.
C9 have always done a rush for their pistol. And this was just like they wanted to send him in to do damage. And then I think they were always going to pivot on this.
The push comes in on backside, attempting to
that double stack over to his sight's pretty cool.
They didn't account for Leo being here as well. There's so many players from Fnatic. They deterred the C push and didn't feel the need to rotate.
Yeah, this is feeling.
Now with just Vanity on 12 HP, the advantage is palpable.
It's gonna be a nightmare for them. It's gonna be pretty hard.
Very likely that much is found, and with Fnatic potentially having another pistol under their belt, they take another step towards closing this out and lifting another trophy here in Tokyo.
No plant either for C9. We've seen them very, very willing to invest into these sort of rounds. I wondered if they would be deterred, but looking at Stinger
They didn't
FC,
get a plant as well.
every single player.
Even though they didn't get a plant, they still go for this.
We're still not going with that.
But they've had success when they've been doing this.
Again, we're gonna workshop it.
Maybe.
We'll get there in the end.
Maybe
Pretty much if they
Stinger
don't win
with
this, it's done though, I feel like. It'd just be way too many rounds.
So
yeah, it feels like it's a lot on this.
Yes, now we're talking. Nice shot for Dirka.
Wait.
Looks like he's got one of those old clan.
What did I miss? Why is Vanity low HP as well? Did he swing out over towards long or something?
As well, who was unlucky enough to catch a stray. Been a tough start for C9 in this force buy. Not where you want to be losing players off rip. The numbers are the main advantage that you have in fights. Those numbers are quickly thinning out. Another shot hit. This time it's Zeppa, who doesn't have the luxury of being able to get healed up.
But that's the thing as well. We've seen these force buys come through for C9.
Like this. Leave one person over towards the window.
Successful. The other side of the coin, if you fail in these sort of rounds, is you basically do damage to your own economy. You give Fnatic an even larger
What's the timing of the Killjoy swinging?
For the most part, we've never even seen these rounds.
Wait, they pivot back?
Just blitzed opponents with
oh
their
boy.
pace. This time, well,
damn, that stun from Chronicle is crazy good. And they don't get anything off of it.
These rounds so competitive every single time.
Recon's good as well. Dude, the 3 people here. This is a perfect call to cancel here. Yeah, there was great mid-rounding again. Curry's low HP.
He's gonna go wrapping back round the timing, everything. Dirka's still fighting strong, and he's got
they still won that easy.
It looked like C9 were gonna pull it off again.
Yeah, I felt like the pivot was great. Dude, how did Dirka get there so fast? I didn't watch this again.
Recovery from the side of Fnatic. 9 rounds on the board.
When did Dirka rotate?
And they'll be doubling up on what C9 bring to the table.
He managed to get past this angle before they realized.
Beautiful thing about it, Tom, that C9 force bought that previous round. That was everything put on the line in normal circumstances. 2 players dead. You go, it's an okay second round. It's not bad. But with a force buy,
yeah, force buy now. Like Fnatic have a chance to farm.
Already. It's a formality, a matter of closing it out. We'll see if C9 can interrupt.
Maybe, I mean, the only good news for C9 is that no one's close to an ult, so their first buy rounds. I say that Leo could get his ult for the big buy rounds.
As said, one of the major parts of
That's about it. That's
This
the only good
defensive
thing.
side for Fnatic is dealing with Alpha in towards that C site.
There's no good news. Yeah, that's the only one I can
This
think
might
of.
be the map where he thrives the most. One of the reasons that this map became a strength for Fnatic.
Recon goes in, clears all of this line as well.
Coming in from Durka, it's messier than what we've seen so far. After a clean prior round, the counter flash is strong, but although damage is done,
Yeah, his own flash,
kill
right?
hasn't come through. The lurk, well, you know,
Wait.
I was going to say you're not getting away with that one, but somehow
Oh my god,
Curry got
almost.
a lot further than I was expecting.
Okay, this is kind of nice though in terms of the pivot. Double question mark still up. That's why we have two over towards A. We go straight on towards this. Boaster.
It's the weakest weapon that they're bringing to the table. Luckily, he's got support. They stand strong together with the SMG.
Not bad. 3 people. How do they want to do it? Insta flood. They hit pretty early. Oh yeah, of course, that's a shot. 2 HP.
It's not enough. The wrong weapon for that fight.
Actually, pretty good. Pretty good low by in the end.
And a handful of rounds separating them from a trophy
Yeah,
lift.
Leo is just too good with the
Shot
shocks.
from Leo, it's just so
Where was the?
obscure.
Where
It
even was
just
the plant?
seems like
Straight up
he
normal
knows
default.
where the opponent is every single time. Like Vanity was moving away from the site and just gets wrecked by a shock dart. It's brutal because if he's still alive, that might actually be possible with how much damage Oxy was doing. Still though, doubling the score of the opponent's Fnatic. Just 3 rounds away from winning in Tokyo again.
No pause? They've got their game plan, man. I expected a timeout from C9 coming into such an important round.
No timeout here? I think it's
They're
fine.
going hell for leather.
Here.
The attack side wants to take it towards the A side by the looks of things. But it's Durka who's consistently picking off
What a
players
shot.
around this angle. And he's here
Maybe
yet
it's good to get everyone on the same page.
Jake
But
down, that's a huge kill. Smokes down and out. And pushing on Haven without smokes, that's going to be one hell of a challenge.
yeah, it's like the
especially
literally
if
the
they decide to
worst
commit
person to go
this
down.
A site. Still 3 players here, and one of them being Chronicle, utility ready to pop up top. There's
Heaven
the
just
flash,
becomes too
there's
strong
the
here.
peek,
Chronicle's
and
just
there's
gonna
the
farm everyone.
execution. Oxy's down,
I says he
and
gets
Durka's just
insta-killed.
waiting for Curry to step through this smoke. In a few seconds, it should be fading away, giving Durka the opportunity now at the off angle. There it is, and that's not a shot he's likely to miss today or any day.
No, especially not with the way he's been playing. Maybe a quiet map in the,
Stop
in the
talking
mix,
there.
but
Right,
Durka
that's not my fault. I'm not
still
taking that one.
proving why he's one of the best. I don't think he really needs to prove it there
No.
at this point. Nobody's got him ranked 21 anymore.
Damn, it's a shame the 5th map is like the most dominant one we've seen. The other maps are so good.
And they're just
10
gonna say,
seconds
they're
left.
just gonna
No
say.
choice.
The thing is, even with the coverage of A site being so strong, you would have had to get through Alpha and his utility anywhere else on the map, and the rotations would have been far too quick. That's why they're confident in that 3 stack.
Yeah, I mean, like you literally, you go C, it's Alpha. You go B, they have info. They play a 4v2 retake. You're dead.
You
And
go
you're not
A,
going to get
face everyone
A-Con.
else.
You're not going to get C-Con. There was no solution there. There was no winning.
This
Would
might
have
the moment
sent
that
be their
C9
weakest map.
have to take a last
Honestly, not
ditch
sure.
pause.
Probably Sunset, I
If they
guess,
win
but
it
they're just
from
gonna
here-
permaban it.
Well, the only comeback I can think that would outdo this one is done by Fnatic.
Yeah, exactly.
They're the
Team
only
on the other side.
team that might be able to do it. Imi has played with Mini, and even some of the letters look like they might be able to be switched around. And it's not quite an anagram, but it's very, very close.
We're very close, yeah. if you squint and just miss out
Mimi.
the middle part of the M.
Mimi,
It's all
you
good.
know, but he'd have to come up with something truly brilliant to turn the tide here. It is one thing to take a map.
So I prefer
it's
Viper,
another
Omen, or
to take a couple
Viper, Omen,
But to
/
close
Harbor,
out
or
the
Astra on
series
Haven.
versus
I like the
Fnatic,
Viper. I'm a
only
big
teams
believer in
to
the
do it
Viper Omen comp.
are Loud and Liquid this year.
But if you have a super
Other
strong
than that,
Sova player, then honestly the default comp
nobody
is really good.
has managed to topple the EMEA powerhouse that sits before you.
Didn't
right
they let
now.
Sunset through for DRX? Yeah, I think because DRX were perma banning it as well.
Got to try. Unfortunately, the ults aren't going to be there either. Couple not too far away. Rolling Thunder for Vanity, something they've been looking to get. And I understand that one of the few rounds they managed to win on that defensive side was around his placement. I think their lockdowns, honestly,
What's
I've
the
been
default
so
comp? The
impressed
Fnatic comp.
with every single idea that C9 have brought to the table. And I think going forward into the 2024 season, I am so excited for this team.
They only get better. Like fine wine over time. This team just
C9 call a
improving.
timeout, and we go a little bit aggro on the defense. So while they're heavy focused in on their game plan, what they want to now do on this round, we have a bit of aggro to mess it up in theory. Durka.
For Curry, as well as a stand-in, he's been phenomenal to watch, fitting into this role.
I mean, he hears all of this running.
Playing your lurker, playing your anchor, and doing it to near perfection. The Tiger is heard moving towards A. The info is there with a kick onto Jake. That's the spike down. It's not going to be unrecoverable.
It's another smoke. Dude, the smoke's dead again.
They lose another player. Their flank protection out of the round. No smokes, no entry.
Holy.
No hope, one would say, as C9, having invested everything, they've barely done a lick of damage to Fnatic. Certainly nothing that can truly be felt. And although Vanity finds the C side open, they still need to reunite with him. The 5 HP breach alone.
Durka has crazy good timing
Durka
as well.
Has the timing of a god,
Yeah.
dropping Zeppa in spawn, leaving the spike down, and leaving Vanity with no hope of claiming this round.
That was one of the most convincing rounds as well.
Or Fnatic will do it again in Tokyo.
They just look unstoppable. This is their 7th map of the day. The maximum they could have had was 8. They dealt with DRX.
8 hours ago they started. 8 hours.
Since
This is
then-
a team that's tired. 8 hours of gameplay
That's
against
tired.
one of the best teams.
I don't know. I feel like Durka's had enough of a rank grind.
All right,
That this would
7.
just be his warm-up. His warm-up for the day.
7 chances to close this
It
out,
doesn't even
and
look
I
like
don't
he's
think this
breaking a
number's
sweat
getting
on that
much smaller.
stage. He is peaked at the perfect time.
Vanity
It is
goes
looking
down,
like
and
the
he
beginning
had,
of the end.
dude,
A nice
he
job
had,
from
he
Oxy.
had the breach
Blame
ult.
Storm
Every
online.
time they lose
Zeppa,
like one of the most
SMG
important
king,
players.
will give them an advantage. Leo's shot
Durka
darts
has
always
knives.
do
Oh.
damage.
That's
Oxy gonna try and get
another.
up close.
Wait, did
Already,
the kill?
It's causing them
He didn't
problems.
come up.
Nice work from Jake to keep this one alive.
Dude, shock dart
Chronicle and
hit,
Leo
but
to
there's
try
no
and
kill
clutch this,
feed
making
on.
just Leo, but he's done it before, and he's looking to do it again. He found the second, and he gets all 3! What on earth is that from Leo?
It's just
The greatest
ridiculous,
clutch
isn't it?
this game has ever
Well,
seen.
This is too good, man. They're just too good. Ah, it's such a shame. It's such a shame that this is such a stomp on this last map. Nicely done from Fnatic,
It's
though.
not even the first time he's made it happen in this
3
series.
trophies this year.
He does it again and again, just like Fnatic. He really does belong on this team, and this team belongs